Hi there, Pisces. This is Kim here to do your reading. This is probably going to be the next 3 days of 2025. And the next reading that I will do for you is going to be your predictions readings for 2026. Hopefully we can get some really good messages coming in. Yeah. Okay. Well, this just happens to be on the bottom of the deck. Maybe it applies to something in your life. The checkered flag here with conclusion, outcome, finale. Let's just get into this. Opening up to your spirit team, your spirit guides, and your angels for these messages. They're for your most high. I do have, that's not a bruise, that's charcoal from drawing today. And my hands are kind of a mess, but that's what happens. So let's get a Celtic cross for you, and let's see. See if there is a checkered flag energy in your reading. I see the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, messages for Pisces. Opening up to their spirit team, their spirit guides, and their angels for these messages. Always for your highest timeline. It's always for your highest good. Ooh. Okay, Pisces. Whoa, we're starting the chariot. I always think of a driver, you know, with the, I always think of the driver with the chariot, and so cool. 8 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles in your heart space. Judgment. 5 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. What's going on, guys? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, the message had to come to me as to what is this about? Because this is not about it. This is in the destiny spot, but this is not about you. It's about somebody that you deal with right now. Somebody's not going to be in your 10 of Pentacle energy here in the future, and there's somebody that's currently attached to you right now with that 6 of Cups. That's just it's the feeling I'm getting with this. Okay. Hangman, 7 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. We have 777 in your reading. This is an interesting reading. This is not clear cut. They never are, but all right. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Let's start here in the past. The recent past is judgment energy. Judgment. There's a hand reaching up from a grave. It's about a rebirth of some sort, and usually there's a big decision that has been made about a specific path that you're going to be going on. You could be announcing this, or maybe it's just to yourself, but something that there's something that you woke up to here. Recent past. Okay. Tell me about this judgment. I don't know what Pisces is feeling with that. Wow. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Very cool. This deck, by the way, is a mixed deck. They've just been kind of instructing me to use it like this. As one deck, these are all uprights, and we get our main spread. And then for the clarifying, I use a deck that is mixed to get more specific messages. So 10 of Swords, and it's in the reverse, is a card that I associate in the reverse with rebirth, ready to put something behind us. Somebody here has betrayed you, and that is why, and you woke up to this, or you realize this. Spirit gave you the message, the awareness that something was happening or going on, and that there was a better path here. And with the strength being on the bottom, they've also, you know, kind of, your team has ensured you have enough strength and confidence to get through to this next part. You're well on your way to some sort of victory and success here. Okay. There's going to be different, with these two, there's going to be different applications of that Five of Pentacles and that King of Pentacles. So something might be changing up. I mean, it looks like you're going to be victorious with some sort of work that you do, or how you keep yourself busy. Eight of Pentacles, we think of accumulation. You could even think of mastery level when it comes to some sort of skill, something you're really good at, but taking it to a victory, you know. That's going to involve travel for work. Tell me more about the Chariot here. Certainly the momentum gets built up with the Chariot. As I say that, the Seven of Pentacles. Well, another 7, you all. So you have 7, 7, 7, 7. 4 sevens already in your reading is a sign for you. Now, in the Bible, which, you know, sometimes I do reference different types of messages. 7s are considered completions, which is kind of interesting with that one being on the bottom, that completion. So this means that your hard work has paid off, right? And the only card that's missing here out of this Pentacle lineup is the 6 of Pentacles, which is kind of telling me that there's an issue with it not being reciprocated very well, whether that's like with a job not paying you enough, or a person that you are with who they're not giving their fair share, you know, to help out with finances, is something very material. So you've put in the work, you've been making the right choices, and it's leading you to success. Tell me more about, you've had to have a lot of patience here, for sure. And with the 7 of Cups on the bottom, they're saying, look, you've got a lot of options. So right now, you might be in the planning phase, you know, where you're like, okay, what am I going to do with this? Yeah. I think you're doing something different, guys. I think you're, all right, here's the different messages, because even if there's just 10 people that will view this video, then there's going to be different messages here. That's just the nature of it. But I can tell you what those different messages might be. So what I'm seeing here is you are planning on breaking a contract or something that has been, whether this be like working with a certain company or even a marriage, it might be breaking apart. I don't think this is like, the 10 of Swords reverse is it's saying that you've already gotten over like the hardest parts, and it's a buildup. Something happened over time. So I wouldn't be telling you that something that's like, oh, this is going to happen, and it's not doom and gloom. It's just you're changing who you're going to be committed to here, because there is a lot of effort going into what you do, and you're going to have the 10 of Pentacles here, the 10 of Pentacles, sorry, in the future. You're going to have to really decide who you want to share that with, right? Because it is about sharing our wealth with who's around us. So this cake card, the way that it came out, just makes me feel like you're going to be celebrating, but part of the celebration is going to be an ending with this book burning card. You could have been dealing with people that were trying to censorship you, silence you, control you, or persecute you, or just causing discord, causing problems, limiting freedom, changing the narrative too. So that, I think that's why this would be coming out. So we're deciding who we want to be, who we want to be devoted to. Because what I see, the person that you are, who I'm talking to, is somebody very, it's a Pisces who would give anything for those that they love. The Queen of Pentacles is able to receive, and then this can be a woman or a man, it doesn't, no gender here, but these two were together in some type of commitment. And this energy is saying, look, I give and give and give. But there comes a point where in the heart space, I have to decide, who do I want to keep giving to and who do I not want to keep giving to, right? So that's why I'm saying, I think that there is, no matter what the situation is, somebody's going to be without because of you pulling back your energy, or quite possibly like your finances, from some sort of commitment here. Even if it's you pulling out of a job, the act of that is going to make somebody, a company suffer from not having you. So that could be like a boss figure or something like that too. It could be well, let's get more into this, okay? Because you're the Empress here. So you're the Queen of Pentacles. You're very loving. You are very loving. You're warm. You're compassionate. You would give anything. See how she's handing this Pentacles? She's handing it to somebody. And right now, this is a time where you're really analyzing your connections. Six of Cups is all about those emotional connections that we have made in life. All right. And so this is you like really making some, it looks like some big choices. Yeah. This is a card about freeing yourself from bondage, control, or toxic situations, people, places. The Devil in a reverse. We've no more. Strong Capricorn energy here in this heart space. I usually only talk about signs if they pop up a lot. And so I definitely see that they are Capricorn. Let me get something else on that. So that's the heart of the matter. Can you tell me more about Pisces situation here with this? Within a few days. I have the card that says within a few days. Maybe you can elaborate on within a few days. That's another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 7s. Another 7. Holy crap. Okay. Like, you know what's true and what's not true. 6 7s, by the way, in your reading. You know what's true, what's not true. If somebody's been telling you a lie or trying to feed you something like that, you also know that there are things that are possible that you can have, you can reach for in this life. What do they say? Everything is first impossible. You kind of change it to I'm possible, and then it becomes possible. I probably completely messed up that saying, but daydreams, romantic ending, universal archetypes, hopeful, magic, unicorns, and rainbows. There's somebody's story that you're not buying. They're not part of your fairy tale, let's say. They're not part of the dream that you have. And I'm just picking up on that like strongly. There is somebody that there's a situation where there is a person that is like better for you. All right, how are we feeling? This is where we're in our feelings. 6 of Cups, about our relationships and those people connected to us in any way. Yeah, we are in our feelings. Queen of Cups. You're feeling loving, but you know, when I see the Queen of Cups and then I see the 3 of Swords here on the bottom, I'm just getting that, I'm picking up that courage to do what you have to do to fill your cup up. And if you have to put she has this cork on it, you know, if you have to do that, It's a situation where something has happened and it's made you realize I need to choose me in this. That's what I'm getting from that. So you're feeling extremely intuitive. You're very aware. You know exactly here what's going on. Now let's get a look at this King of Pentacles. This card represents what is in the environment. Tell us more about this King of Pentacles. We'll have Three of Cups here too. This could be new people coming in, wanting to collaborate, wanting to commit. Yeah, something that's more in alignment with you in your heart space, the King of Cups. Maybe it's a job, it's a path here that feels like it's more in alignment and it is coming in with supportive people. Let me get something else on that. And I'm just getting the message realignment. Realignment. Your options. Yes. So many possibilities, many options. The convertible is out here. And I don't know if you noticed this, but my gosh, you have another 7. So you have 7 sevens. I would say you're extremely lucky. I don't have any major cards like that. It's telling me something that's, I guess the message is there's something that your intuition is telling you that's not blatantly obvious. Maybe there's a lack in actual evidence or proof here. Something like that where, but you just know, okay? You just know, and you also know that there could be a realignment taking place, and you have more options available to you. So we're thinking about that, thinking about those options. Tell me about this 5 of Pentacles then, and who's involved in that. Yeah, okay. Here, 2 of Pentacles. 2 and 5, that makes 7. Wow. It says trapped between two realities. Can she keep her balance? Now, for some of you all too, I'm going to say that because we are picked up on changes with work and success coming in here, you could be in this reality where you have experienced a lot of hardship, a lot of struggle when it comes to our finances or worry about them. It doesn't always mean that we're struggling necessarily, but you know, when we're thinking about future planning and things like that. So you could be between these realities here where you're going to the 10 of Pentacles. And this is a really, even though we have all these 7s here, this is a really, it feels like a very Pentacle reading. I mean, you have divine counterparts, the King and Queen of Pentacles. If this is the energy that's in you, influencing you, I mean, think about that. As a masculine, feminine energy in perfect balance within you. And you are carrying that archetype that is very, very wealthy and successful. It's not the most important thing, but you know how well it can help people in your family and with your connections. Get ready for some sort of change. Because like I say, here in the future, 10 of Pentacles, and another set, oh my gosh, another 7, and 7 of Wands up there, 7 of Wands here. This person feels cornered. They feel cornered. They feel stressed. They're always having to stand up for themselves or assert themselves. But what's the strangest thing that I'm picking up on is that your energy is actually like the main provider or the main, you're keeping it all together yet still feel stressed. Okay, so that might be why a realignment is necessary. And you could have friends. Look, this, if you have social media, this could be followers, fans, people who want to help you. They want to see you succeed, right? They could be giving you some sort of advice also on, hey, you know what I think would be better for you? So there's just something here. So you could be hearing this talk, hearing talk. Another Queen of Pentacles. Good Lord. I'm telling you. And the 4 of Wands. Four of Wands, especially with all of this Queen of Pentacles twice. This is a reading that it is about you being lead in your life. The Queen of Pentacles does not actually need the King of Pentacles. She can do, she can run it all here. I'm kind of amazed by this reading. I haven't ran into a big money read quite like this big in a very long time. So she can do it all, or he can do it all. And there's a lot of people here. I don't know if you get the feeling there's a lot of people here that depend on you, that depend on you in some way when it comes to everything, everything materially. And this might be why you could get stressed out. I can see that for sure. That might be how stress happens. It's a rags to riches story for somebody here. This reality shift. Five of Pentacles, never having to worry again. Not worrying ever again. It's wealth that lasts. I don't know how you do this, but when you do it, yeah, you let me know. You have, what's interesting is they're two different decks, but you have two old style cars. So I wonder if that's significant to you in some way, like an old, what is that, like 1950s car? I don't really know my cars that well, but like 50s, 60s maybe, early 60s. I think it's a 50s car. And they're both convertibles. Wow. Okay. So in this, did I mention these are Todd Alcott's Sci-Fi Tarot and his Pulp Tarot? In his tarot, so the aces represent gifts, and this Ace of Swords is in your hope section, I would think, not the fear. Well, depends on if the information, so the information that you get from the Ace of Swords, nothing could be more crystal clear. There could be a slight fear to some sort of information, as I was picking up on the energy of you being very intuitive and picking up on something within a connection before being able to see some sort of proof. Could be that somebody wants to keep you in the Seven of Cups, you know, kind of confused about how you feel, or like they would be doing it on purpose. So that could be a fear of finding something out, something concrete, or you can look at it as, well, that's actually your victory then. Like you secured a victory for yourself. The Hangman position. This Hangman does not want to be in this position. He's okay, you know, but look, he's hanging from his foot. All these onlookers, they're just sitting there and they're just watching. They're just watching someone be stressed out. That's why I'm like, I don't know, but let me get another card. I just get a feeling this is why there will be changes to who is around you, who just sits and watches, who helps you out when you're stressed to the max. Oh yeah, cooperates with you. Who cooperates with you the best? And I have the Hierophant in the reverse. Another sign that some sort of commitment is like coming apart, because maybe there's new people that you will be working with. Something where maybe we're just now laying down the groundwork. This did land on top of the within a few days. So maybe it has to do with that. You would be less stressed. You would be less stressed working with people that cooperate in harmony with you. Okay, and ultimately, this is about who you want to work with, who you want to give to, who you want to come home to, who you want to see at work. I think it has something to do with all of that. This is happening now. You have a train in that card, suggestive of a person that is moving on. Next phase, moving on. Not stopping, going in the the direction it's kind of taking you. Which, here we go. The direction is up. So your outcome here, yeah, this kind of sums up the whole reading. I have the empty nest, which says moving on, no one home, cycle completion, making adjustments, new life, right? And then the airplane, travel, freedom, overcoming. And this card also says listening to your internal guidance systems. There's an energy speaking to you through that Queen of Cups, that intuition that's saying, I do not have to be this stressed out. I do a lot for people, especially those that I love, right? And so therefore, decisions have to be made. There's another card happening soon. I can't give you an actual time because everything just says soon here. soon. All right, so that's what I have for you, Pisces. Yeah, if you want a private reading, information's in the description box below. They are, just to let you know, they're pre-recorded videos. I send you a private link, and that's how I do it. The information is in the description box. Did I say that already? And anyway, until your next reading, I'm sending you love and light. Thank you for being here with me. Bye.